In this digital age we live in, there's something many people find strange. Asterisk, have you ever noticed it? Nowadays, almost everything is shared. Birthdays, travel memories, sunrises, even our saddest moments. But there are some people. It's as if they don't exist. They watch quietly, scroll silently, laugh privately, yet they never post anything. Maybe someone you know is like that. Maybe you are. And the same question always comes to mind. Why? What makes them choose silence when everyone else is fighting to be seen? Most people assume they're shy or introverted, but it's not that simple. There's a deep psychology beneath that silence, a story about identity, humanity, and freedom. For some people, silence isn't emptiness. It's control, the power to choose what the world doesn't get to see. Because without realizing it, social media has taught us a new way of defining ourselves. The more visible you are, the more you seem to exist. But some people refuse to play that game. They watch, they think, they understand, but they don't speak. Psychologists say that people who don't post are often deeper thinkers, more self-sufficient, less dependent on external validation. They care about meaning, not approval. And if we're being honest, most of our posts aren't about communication. They're about confirmation. Every caption, every selfie, every story is another way of asking, "Do you like me?" But something changes when you stop posting. You stop measuring yourself through likes and start feeling yourself through emotions. You stop asking, "How can I share this?" and start asking, "How can I live this?" For some, that realization comes gradually. One day, they realize they've been living their experiences not for themselves, but to share them. And in that moment, they quietly withdraw. No announcement, no goodbye, just disappearance. But that disappearance isn't indifference. It's the highest form of care, protecting what's real, meaningful, and truly personal. Because once you post something, it's no longer yours. It becomes subject to opinions, likes, and misinterpretations. That's why some people keep their memories untouched, pure, private, and unexposed to anyone's perception. And maybe that's the calmest form of freedom. Think about it. When was the last time you experienced something and thought, "I shouldn't share this"? When was the last time you lived a moment just for yourself? That urge to post, it isn't natural. It's conditioning. Years of dopamine, likes, and social validation have trained us. Those who resist it aren't indifferent. They're in control. They measure their worth not by how many people saw them, by how they felt. Studies show that people who stay away from social media become more balanced and peaceful. Because their identity no longer depends on reflection, it simply is. Whole, real, unfiltered. Maybe that's the greatest rebellion of all, to remain yourself. Of course, not every silence comes from peace. Sometimes it comes from exhaustion. Watching everyone's best version of themselves can be tiring. You compare yourself without meaning to, and then one day you say, "Enough. I just want to be me." At that point, silence becomes healing, not escape. You no longer have to prove anything to anyone, because in our time, we've fallen into a dangerous illusion that to be seen is to be valuable. But the truth is, the most meaningful things happen unseen. A moment of awareness, a small joy, an internal shift. No photo, no tag, no proof, yet those are the moments that change you the most. And maybe those who choose not to share understand this best. For them, privacy isn't loneliness, it's closeness to oneself. The less they share, the more they hear their own voice. They return to their thoughts, their emotions. It's not disappearance, it's returning home, of course. Sometimes they wonder, if I stay silent, do I become invisible? But in time, they realize value isn't measured by viewership. You exist, even if no one sees you. And that realization is the quietest yet strongest form of confidence. Some people say, if you didn't post it, it's like it never happened. But you know what? The moments that shape you the most are never shared. They belong only to you. In a world where sharing everything is trendy, choosing not to share can be the purest form of staying true to yourself. And here's the beautiful part. Those who live quietly are often the ones who live most fully. They don't perform, they feel. They understand the weight of silence, the echo of laughter, the meaning in a single glance. That's why they're often misunderstood. People call them distant, cold, but their silence isn't emptiness, it's depth. It's the place where expression ends and understanding begins. They don't need everyone to understand them, just a few to truly feel them. And maybe those who never post are here to remind us, not everything has to be seen by everyone. Some things are sacred, delicate, meant only for us. Because once you share something, it stops being yours. It belongs to the algorithms, the comments, the eyes of others. So if someone never posts, maybe they're not hiding. Maybe they're just living. Maybe they found peace in the silence beyond the screen. Maybe they're reminding us that to be unseen is not to be gone. Silence is not emptiness. Sometimes the most powerful way to express yourself is to say nothing at all. Because in the end, we are not performances. We are people. And those who choose silence remind us of that with every quiet, unfiltered, genuine step they take.